Hey Life Essentials family, it's Dr. Anderson. We're going to be sending you a series of videos on a weekly basis, multiple times per week. We call this the Healthcare at Home series. So even though we're socially distancing right now, there are all sorts of things that we can do to maintain health at home. And guys, let's just face it, right now, maintaining our health is got to be top priority. There's nothing more important than maintaining our health. So today's topic is going to be just mental and emotional stress. You know, a lot of people don't realize that mental and emotional stress is actually one of the biggest down regulators and stressors of our human immune system. So there's even studies out that show just a few moments of being angry or depressed can actually significantly decrease your immune function, while just a few minutes of being happy or laughing or smiling or being grateful and joyful can actually increase your body's immune system function. So today, just some practical tips. I get it right now, everybody wants to stay tuned with what's going on in the world, but you gotta get off the news. You've got to turn off the news station. I get it, you need to stay informed. So what I recommend is watch the news maybe for a few minutes in the morning, get the updates, and then maybe for a few minutes in the evening, not too close to bed because you don't want to be too wired before bed either. But trust me, there's not that many changes in the midday. Maybe one or two small updates, and if there are, they're going to recap those updates at the end of the day. Gluing yourself in front of the news that is invested in keeping you glued to the screen by being sensational and stressing you and wondering what's going to happen next, that's one of the worst things you could do right now for your mental emotional state. Social media, same thing. It's almost even worse because you can't even control with social media certain opinions that might not even be accurate, certain things that are not even verified, and things that are being shared around. It's hard to sort through what's actually real and what's not real right now. So again, limit your social media interaction, except for the essential things that you need to look at on social media, essential relationships, essential cultures like you're a part of as well, almost like our culture here, you know, for updates and things like that. But don't be scrolling for hours and hours on everybody's opinion page, okay? Think about long term. So I know right now, when we think about how we're being affected with our school and our jobs and our finances and the economy and the housing market, if we think short term how it's affecting us in the next 3 to 6 months, it's going to be highly stressful to dwell on that. But realize that, have faith in God, have faith in our country, our economy, and in humanity and the people around us right now, that we're gonna come together and we're gonna find a way to recover. And in 1 year, in 18 months, in 2 years, and 5 years from now, life is not gonna look that much different for 90+% of the people. So think more long term, don't just focus on what's in front of our face right now. Some simple things we can do to stay healthy to combat stress. So you can't feel like you're in social isolation either. So maybe in substitution of some phone calls or text messages, humans are social people. You'd be amazed what it can do for you emotionally by actually FaceTiming with your loved one instead of just picking up the phone or sending a random text. Seeing them in front of you is actually a lot better mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and it's more uplifting, and it's easier to feel like you're really in contact with people. Use this time for family bonding. Think about what is the upside? What's the best thing that could happen right now with this time? When was the last time that you had this much downtime to spend with your spouse, your kids, to go on walks together, to play board games, to actually do constructive things in family bonding time? Use this time because it should be cherished, that family time. It's usually limited so many other times when we're trying to rush around in life. Some other tips that you have are, there's some deep breathing exercises you can do. So slowly inhaling through the nose, a brief hold, slowly exhaling through the mouth. That actually is shown to actually lower cortisol and stress hormones as you do that as a mental exercise. Practice meditation. Even if in the beginning you can only do it for 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, build up that mental stamina for rest and relaxation. Use this time to get sleep recovery. Take a walk and get in some sunshine and get some vitamin D. Make sure you're supplementing with B complex vitamins. It's one of the most important things for just overall health, but also your B complex vitamins will get burned up in your body when you're under constant emotional and physical stress. So that's one of the things you want to renew on a daily basis, is a good B complex vitamin. I take the Max Living Bs every day for over 10 years. So that's what I'm doing personally to support my own health. So a couple other tips is just laughing. You know, anything that you could do to laugh and have fun and find joy. Just like stress downregulates your immune system, just a few minutes of laughing and actually finding ways to enjoy yourself will actually raise your immune system and counteract that stress response. So just a few tips for you guys. We're going to be sending you updates week in and week out. And just to let you know, we are still fully operational. We are declared essential, which means your transportation to and from the clinic is still allowed no matter what happens And we're here to help you stay healthy, to help serve you. You can still reach us through phone, through email, and we're also offering virtual consultations. So if you call the clinic, we can even get on a face-to-face, on a Zoom call or a conference call together and talk about your needs there too. So stay tuned, look for more videos coming from us each day, and stay safe out there.